Gold, now we are based on 1 hour chart. We want to analyze the chart for the next week, but before that I want to refer to my last video. In my last video when the price was here, we say there is a two option. The first option, the price from here can move up. There's another one, we should expect the up move. I mean there we should expect the price to drop before we get this move up. Okay, and in my last video, when the price was here, we see the best is we look for buy. This is the one I was talking. Then I say if the price come to this top, we see there is no continuation, we take out the trade and we look for the down move. But as we see the price drop, but there was no sell setup. Okay, and when we see the price was here, we had a running flat. Then the buy was from here. That's mean the first option. We do the price coming to this low, the price, we do before the price come here, we get this move. Okay, that's why in my last video I was highlighting we buy, we see if there's no continuation, we take out the trade, then from there we see what we can do. Anyway, this is the one we get. And it was the first option. That's mean the first option, we expect the price from here can move up. We do it coming to this low. Anyway, just I wanted to highlight about my last video how we can trade, how we explain and how the trade happen. Anyway, now we want to see how we can trade it for the next week. If I move to daily chart, okay, now the question is whether this is the only correction, same as silver, and this is the one is moving up, or still we should expect this the correction similar to what we have here, whether similar to what we have here or only this. That means the question is, shall we get the correction price drop before we get move up? This is the things we need to confirm, because the question is whether the price again from here can move up or drop, then we get this move. And since we had this sharp move on Friday, now we need to wait for the next week when the market open, we see how's the continuation. Okay, no, we don't have any trade setup based on the daily. We need to see the correction before we make a decision. That's why we move to lower time frame. We see how we can trade it based on the lower time frame, based on the 4-hour chart. First things I need to highlight is that we see we have divergence between these two. Okay, can we consider, since we have a divergence, this is ABC and this is the one is moving up, you cannot confirm that because of the way this one is correcting, and also the what we get since last week, last Friday. And now the things is, if I draw this line, okay, for this line it depends. Some of the traders they put here, and in this way, that means this one is break the line, any correction, divergence, confirm for the move up. But I'm not going to follow this one. The best for me is this. That means for me still the price haven't break the line. But again, using the divergence and this trend line is not the way we use it to trade. It's not the trade signal. It's just additional information for us. Okay. Now the thing is, we cannot confirm this unless the next week the price sharp continue, we get a really good correction and trade setup. Yes, I can move, look for buy. And if the buy, we cannot consider the buy is going to the top. Maybe we can expect the price come to somewhere around this high or this high, because this correction, it's also still there is a possibility this correction can be this big, come to this. That means we get this type of the flat, we look for the down move. Okay, but if we get the buy, proper correction after breaking the line, we can look for buy. But if I remove everything, what do we see here? How about if the market open, we get the correction here? If when the market open there is a continuation, we just leave it. If we get the correction based on the lower time frame or small flag, we can look for buy. In this case I move to 1-hour chart. That means when the market open based on the 1-hour chart, from what I can see here again, do we have the divergence? No, we don't have it. Based on what I can see here, I think still we should look for the down move for the correction before the continuation. Okay, again, if the market open, the price sharp move up without giving us a trade setup, we don't take it. If we want to look for buy, we need to look, if we get a correction or a small flag, we can look for buy. But any buy, we should proper manage it. Okay, and this one is a continue to move up with a small flag. Any flag we can take it. But how about if the price sharply move down? Yeah, we can look for sell. If the price sharp move down, a small flag, we can look for sell, because the question is whether we can put this one. That's mean whether we can expect the price to drop one more or not. Alright, because right now we don't have any trade setup. The only things is we have this correction. And now what we want to know, how high this correction can go. Okay, in that case, I want to say again, next week when the market open, if we get a correction, a small flag, we can look for buy. And if it's continue, any flag we can buy. But any flag or any small correction we buy is a short-term trade we consider. That means we need to, as long as we get into the profit, we move our stop loss to break even. But if there is a continuation without any trade setup, we don't take it. And for the buy, for the sell, we need to get the sharp move down, small flag, make something similar to this small flag, but this flag will be based on the lower time frame. Okay, but if the price from here drop, we get this correction, maybe it's better we look for buy. Anyway, we need to wait the market open. Since we had this sharp move for Friday, we need to see what type of the correction we can get here before we trade it. Anyway, next week when the market open, I will check and if I see any trade setup based on the daily analysis, then I will share on YouTube and we can trade it. Thanks.